Sunday, May 9, 2021. Happy Mother's Day and welcome to LCJ Live. Hope you're doing well. I've got here with me some swag thanks to the folks at Nickelodeon and Paramount Plus. Rugrats is back in a couple of weeks on the 27th, and I've got with me some of the swag. Check this out. This is a Paramount Plus spoon. And this is a cereal bowl for Reptar cereal from Rugrats. A lot of other cool things that the folks at Paramount Plus and Nickelodeon sent me, but I appreciate showing these off right here, right now. Happy Mother's Day to all of you. Hope you have a nice day today. Hope you do something nice for your mom, with mom. Give her a call. If you have a mother figure in your life, give her a call. Call your mom. Remember that from J.K. Simmons' speech at the Academy Awards back in 2015, and The Meddler, which was released not that long afterwards, all about calling your mother and being in touch with her. Yeah, do that. It's a special day today. And speaking of special, we've got a special series, Mom, that is ending this week after 7 seasons on the air, CBS. Wow. Allison Janney, a big-time Emmy winner for West Wing, for Mom, Oscar winner for I, Tonya, leading the way. And this Thursday night on CBS at 9 o'clock, the series finale of Mom. The folks there were a little surprised about 2 months ago when they got the news that this would be it. And Allison Janney admitted to James Corden on CBS, look, I wish the writers had time to write a proper ending. They sort of had to rush this thing. But that's where we're at here with Mom, the series finale this Thursday night. I will be watching it because I'm the king of series finales. I love series finales. And so I'm going to definitely be watching this. And then next week, Last Man Standing. Tim Allen's show ends next Thursday night on Fox with a 1-hour series finale. So I will be watching that as well. Here on this Mother's Day, I know Billy Crystal was promoting Here Today a lot on social media to try to get people to go see that, bring your mother to that, but that didn't do so hot. Just $900,000 this weekend for Here Today. With him and Tiffany Haddish, it is not a very good film. I watched it and I'm like, wow, every scene just goes off the rails. Every single one. Not only $900,000 for that, your winner for Mother's Day weekend is Wrath of Man with $8.1 million. Congrats to MGM and the folks there for Wrath of Man, a film that I liked the first half of quite a bit, and I disliked the second half of quite a bit. So I'm sort of right in the middle on Wrath of Man, but hey, $8.1 million, the 9th biggest open for a movie in this resurgence of movie theaters period that kicked off with New Mutants and Tenet back in August. So, Wrath of Man, not bad, $8.1 million. For a Jason Statham movie and a Guy Ritchie film, The Gentleman only made about $11 million with its opening weekend, January of 2020. So, that's not far off from what Guy Ritchie's last movie did. So, that's pretty good. Jason Statham, you know, if this movie came out under normal circumstances and only opened to $8 million, you'd say, disappointment for Statham, you know, she should just stick with the Fast and Furious franchise. There'd be a lot of those headlines. But for here and now, a clear #1 victor, and doing well for the movie theaters to have that film here. Demon Slayer, $3.1 million. Mortal Kombat, another $2.4 million. Demon Slayer is closing in on $40 million. Mortal Kombat, about $38 million. Then $1.9 million each for Godzilla vs. Kong, which is up to $93 million. Will it get to $100 million or will it fall short? That is a big question right now. And Raya the Last Dragon, which is up to $44 million. Nobody, another $760,000. It is up to $25 million. Tom and Jerry with the very specific $426,000 this weekend. It's up to $45 million. Let's see, Separation horror movie, $1.1 million. It's at $3.3, and The Unholy with another $730,000. It is up to $14.2 million. So Wrath of Man, your winner for this Mother's Day weekend. There are several new movies opening this week. Some are exclusive to streaming, some are in theaters, some I have seen, some I'm looking forward to seeing over the next couple of days. I have seen The Woman in the Window, which is the new Amy Adams film. Finally, after years in development and reshoots and things happening, it's finally coming out this Friday on Netflix. I will share my thoughts on that with you on Thursday. Tomorrow, get my rapid review of a new film coming to theaters called Riders of Justice, and this is on VOD on May 21. New Mads Mikkelsen film from Danish director Anders Thomas Jensen. I cannot wait to tell you my thoughts on Riders of Justice. Other new movies opening up this week. Army of the Dead from Zack Snyder is in theaters this Friday. It will be on Netflix next Friday, May 21. Those Who Wish Me Dead, the new Angelina Jolie Taylor Sheridan movie, is coming this Friday to theaters and HBO Max. I'm looking forward to checking that out. And Spiral from the Book of Saw, the new Chris Rock, Samuel L. Jackson Saw movie. Spiral is in theaters this Friday, and I'm looking forward to checking that out this week as well. So, question is, all right, Woman in the Window is not in theaters. Riders of Justice won't make a ton of money out of the gate. Army of the Dead, even though it'll be in theaters, Netflix doesn't usually report box office figures. Will that change this time? We'll have to see. So it'll be a battle between Spiral and Those Who Wish Me Dead for your number one movie. The number one movie will probably be Spiral simply because of Chris Rock's fan base and the Saw fan base. But Those Who Wish Me Dead, people love Angelina Jolie and Taylor Sheridan. There's a core fan base for him as well. With his work on Hell or High Water, Sicario, the brilliant movie Wind River, and of course Yellowstone. I have been waiting to see when the Paramount Network is going to announce the new season of Yellowstone, because it's usually the third week in June that the seasons of Yellowstone start up, and they filmed season 4. So I would expect that this week to time out with the release of Those Who Wish Me Dead, Paramount Network will announce the debut of Season 4 of Yellowstone. I would be surprised if that does not happen over the next week, because I think they're ready to go. And Kevin Costner fans and fans of that series are ready for another season of Yellowstone. And also this week for families is a new animated series on Disney Junior called The Chicken Squad, and it premieres this Friday night at 7:30 on Disney Junior. I talked with executive producer Tom Rogers, and you'll get that new LCJ Q&A podcast episode with Tom, all about The Chicken Squad on Wednesday. Interesting guy and an interesting career. He's been at Disney for a long time, actually worked on a bunch of animated sequels and prequels. Jungle Book 2, Lion King 1.5, Cinderella 2, Little Mermaid prequel, Lady and the Tramp 2. And I asked him about how much pressure he was under to pull off these sequels to these all-time animated classics, and how that prepared him for the Chicken Squad and working with Yvette Nicole Brown on Chicken Squad and adapting this from books to a series. So check out that new LCJ Q&A podcast episode on Wednesday. I've also talked with some of the people from Rugrats. And if you're just joining us here on LCJ Live, I thank the folks at Paramount Plus for all the Rugrats merch, the swag that I got the other day. LCJ Q&A podcast episode with a couple of the executive producers of Rugrats, Eric Casimiro and Kate Boudelier. That will be coming in a couple of weeks. I believe, Monday, May 24 will probably be that day when that episode drops of the LCJ Q&A, and looking forward to sharing more podcast episodes and AnimationScoop.com Q&As with you very, very soon. So yes, Mother's Day. Hope you enjoy it. Hope it's a nice day with you and your loved ones and your family members. I was watching the Kentucky Derby last week, and now here I am looking here on Deadline.com, and this headline that Kentucky Derby winner Medina Spirit fails a drug test and faces disqualification. I guess it would be the second time that this has happened, the second Derby winner ever to be disqualified, if that is the case. So that is breaking as of now. And if you've been reading the headlines about the Hollywood Foreign Press Association and all that they're under and going through. I talked with my buddies JT and Looney, JT the Brick and Tom Looney, a couple of weeks ago when we did Oscar predictions. I was on their podcast. Check out the JT and Looney podcast Oscar predictions episode. We did a great hour talking about not only the predictions for this year's Oscars, but we go into the Hollywood Foreign Press Association and we talk about what they've done over the last many years and a lot of wrong things that they've done over the many years. Question is, will NBC officially give up? Will they give up the Golden Globes after it had a monumental drop this year, of more than 60%? Will NBC just say, we're done, we don't need you, your organization is whacked out, and we don't need this award show anymore because it didn't do much for us this year? So will that happen? That is a question that'll have to be answered over the next few months. And we'll see when the award season timeline is. Will it be January again? We'll have to see. But Obviously, those are on a lot of people's minds right now in the entertainment industry, and with a lot of big movies coming out. I've seen Dream Horse as well. Dream Horse opens May 21st in theaters. I'll have my rapid review of that probably next Monday. And I'll be able to share my thoughts with you on that and some other upcoming movies. I've seen an animated motion picture, a big one coming out soon that I cannot talk about yet, but I'll be able to share that with you soon. Watched that the other night. Watched some new upcoming TV series that I'm still embargoed on for a little bit. And got some exciting projects and announcements hopefully to make very, very soon. But again, your winner is Wrath of Man. Next weekend, Spiral and Those Who Wish Me Dead will battle it out, because Wrath of Man will drop about, 50% probably, because the action fandom and the Jason Statham fans went out this weekend to see it. So that'll probably drop to about 4 million. Spiral and Those Who Wish Me Dead easily will do more than $4 million. And then a couple weeks from now, Quiet Place Part 2 goes up against Cruella. That'll be a good battle. That'll be a legitimate battle. This will be when people say, oh, the box office is really back. We thought it was back with Godzilla, then it dipped a little. But people didn't understand that that's what normally happened pre-pandemic, that some of these big movies like Mortal Kombat and Godzilla would have huge second and third weekend drops. Nothing new. So, Cruella and A Quiet Place Part 2 will battle it out over Memorial Day weekend, and that'll be a good battle. And that'll be people say, oh, yes, full force, let's get that 100% capacity, let's go. The people finally want to come back to the movies. Yes, they wanted to come back to the movies for months. Hollywood just hasn't given the huge movies that people have wanted to see yet. They've given some smaller films and some decent films, but these will be good. These will be good numbers for the opening weekend. Spirit Untamed after that, In the Heights after that, Peter Rabbit 2, Fast and Furious 9, and then Black Widow in July, and Hotel Transylvania 4, and Space Jam 2, and many, many more. Jungle Cruise. And August has some big ones coming, and it's going to be a big period. It's going to be a big period of time for the movies in the movie theaters. This weekend coming up will be a coming attraction for it. The 21st, with not as much, it'll be a little bit of a dip, and then boom! It'll start up, and it'll keep on rolling as long as things are good, and people are getting the vaccine, and they're comfortable going to the movies, and they're wearing masks, and they're still social distancing and doing what they need to do. As long as that happens, and people are supporting the drive-ins as well, then we will have a big-time summer. We will. People want it. People are ready to get out of the house, and people want to go to the movies again and want to see these films that they wanted to see last year. And in some cases, it'll be 2 years ago. So, yes, people are ready and excited. I'm excited as well to return to the theater and to support the drive-ins as well around the country. It's going to be a good summer. I can feel it. It is going to be a good one. So, yes, again, new LCJ Q&A with the executive producer of the Chicken Squad, Tom Rogers, on Wednesday. And for more, go to lights-camera-jackson.com. Be sure to follow me on Twitter at LCJ Reviews, and Instagram at LightsCamJackson, Facebook page too, facebook.com /LightsCameraJackson. Type that into Facebook and you'll get that. YouTube.com /LightsCameraJackson. You want my rapid review of Here Today? That's up. My written review of Wrath of Man? That's up. That's also up at culture.com, cultjer.com. New Too Fast, Two Films podcast episode at toofast2films.com. Mike Sargent and I, we review Wrath of Man. We also review Monster, which is on Netflix now. And the interesting thing about Monster is that Mike got to see this movie back in January of 2020 in a theater. He met several of the cast members, including Jeffrey Wright, and he had met Kelvin Harrison Jr. previously. But he saw this screening of this movie, January 2020, under the title of All Rise, because that was a different title the movie had at one time. And All Rise, also the title of a CBS show. They didn't want that conflict. And Monster was the title of the book that the movie is based on. So I'm glad that when Netflix picked up this movie, they brought it back to the original title of Monster, because it makes a lot more sense in terms of the context of the movie than All Rise does. So I'm glad they made that change. So we talk about Monster, and we review that, and we review Wrath of Man at toofast2films.com, the fastest movie review podcast on the internet, on social media. Go there, check that out. And when we're back here next Sunday at 12 p.m. Eastern, we'll see how Those Who Wish Me Dead and Spiral do at the box office. I know the folks at Warner Brothers and Lionsgate are very excited for these films to come out. and we'll preview some more. Enjoy your Mother's Day. Take care. Enjoy the Mom series finale this Thursday. We'll preview the Last Man Standing series finale as well next Sunday. And I'll see you back here. Enjoy the day. It's a nice day so far here in upstate New York. I think it's going to rain later, but get outside, enjoy it while you can. And I'll see you next Sunday. Take care. Happy Mother's Day. Bye-bye.